What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to the 30 down to 21st ratings for FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. We are through 70 ratings already. We're going to get 10 more here today. First and foremost guys, thank you very much for watching and tuning in. If you're enjoying the content on the channel, drop a like on the video and make sure to subscribe. Lots of things coming in the near future, and of course the demo and the full release of FIFA is on its way pretty soon. Also guys, I see a lot of comments about the length of the video. Of course, I like to talk in depth about the cards, the stats based on last year, so my videos are typically longer. If you do like shorter videos, then there are plenty of content creators out there that make 2 to 3 minute videos just having a brief look at the players and not really going into much detail. So if that's your bag, feel free to go and watch those guys instead. So first up guys, we've got Felipe Coutinho, upgraded from an 86 to an 87 and then from an 87 last year to an 88 this year. He has got high work rate still. He has been upgraded however from 4-star skill moves to 5-star skill moves, which I think is fair. The Brazilian winger nicknamed the Magician during his time at Liverpool is thriving in his role at Barcelona, where his 91 dribbling constantly mystifies and overwhelms defenders. He often drifts from outside of his role, whether it's to utilise his silky 86 passing rating or to set up a teammate and go directly to goal with a shot, to shoot with confidence thanks to his 81 shooting rating. So generally speaking, Coutinho's not been an overused player in the game in recent years. He's actually had a nice little change, like he's dropped one pace, as per most players in world football apparently, but he's gained 2 dribbling points and 2 passing points, which I think is quite nice, and he's got good shooting. Now what I actually like about this Coutinho card is, because of obviously true to real life, his shooting from last year, which was 80, had really good shot power and long shots. So he's got 88 long shots and 82 shot power with 85 positioning. So although his finishing isn't great from outside the box, he's going to be a bit of a monster, which I think is very fair in him. Now, is he going to be a usable card as a winger? Probably not, because he's not quite fast enough. And unlike someone like Ciro Immobile that we saw before, who had really high sprint speed and really low acceleration, Coutinho is the opposite. He's got really good acceleration but really low sprint speed. So even putting a chem style on him like a hunter, you're only going to boost his pace by a maximum of 10 sprint speed points. So he'll max out and cap out at 99 acceleration, like without even needing to use all the stats from the hunter chem style, and the 10 pace boost that he'll get, or the 10 sprint speed will take him up to 87. So he'll still be relatively nippy, and again, based on the way the game's playing, or game looks to be playing right now, with all the low-paced defenders and midfielders and stuff, maybe that'll be usable, and maybe that's what EA are going for. Like, you're not looking for every winger to be maxed out or capped out at 99 pace to be usable. Maybe they're looking for a situation where someone like Coutinho, who does have really well-rounded shooting, passing and dribbling, is still going to be very usable with just 81 base pace, instead of just being a guy that gets dumped into SBCs. We'll have to wait and see. Next up, guys, we've got 88 Hugo Lloris. The French goalkeeper has many assets that make him an elite player, but he's probably best known for his lightning quick 92 reflexes, and that comes in handy when facing penalty kicks, point-blank headers, and more. Lloris can also get anywhere between the posts in a flash to make an acrobatic save, thanks to the 88 diving rating. So he hasn't been upgraded at all, but his card is actually... It's changed. It's changed a minor bit. His diving remains the same. He's lost 2 handling, but he's gained 2 reflexes. His speed remains the same. He's gained 1 positioning. His kicking remains the same. I was actually listening to a Foothead podcast today about FIFA 19, and some of the gameplay producers were talking about goalkeepers, and the guy that was running the podcast asking the questions was talking about goalkeepers. And there was kind of some interesting information about why goalkeeper upgrades weren't necessarily as good as they felt, and that's because in FIFA 18, until end of era cards, which is why that 98 Buffon was so good, reactions on goalkeepers was a stat that never changed. However, reflexes was changed, and it seems that the way goalkeepers make saves or get into saving animations and stuff is that it's a combination of reflexes and reactions together, like the average of those two together, that then go in towards making a good goalkeeper. So if you've got a goalkeeper with, like, let's say Hugo, let's take like a low rated goalkeeper that got a massive upgrade. In fact, Hugo Lloris works. He went from 92 reflexes up to 97 reflexes, but because his reactions remained the same last year, he actually only got what would have been as good as like a 2 or 3 reflex upgrade, because it would just completely negate half of the upgrade because it's not taking it on board in both regards. So more on that sort of stuff to come in a video in the near future. But definitely interesting to me, that podcast. I'm going to re-listen to it, note down some points that I want to talk about and look at and so on and so forth, and we'll go from there. But yeah, there you go. Hugo Lloris coming in at number 29. Next up, guys, we've got Marcelo. And yes, EA, you have finally done Marcelo a little bit of justice for being pretty much the best fullback in world football right now, in my personal opinion. Probably the most skillful and technically gifted fullback in the current game. Marcelo approaches his command on the left flank the only way a Brazilian can, with style. His 90 dribbling rating is better than all but the top attackers, making him more than suited to getting forward and creating chances, but he's no slouch as a defender either, using 81 defending and 82 physical ratings to stifle opposing wingers with ease. Now, the first major note about Marcelo is that he has obviously changed work rates from high, medium to high, low, which might have some good or bad implications in the new game. But he has been upgraded from 4-star, 4-star to 4-star, 5-star. Reminds me a lot of Marcio Azevedo from FIFA 12, the 5-star left-back skiller, and FIFA 11, of course. But, I mean, this card looks like it would be an amazing midfielder. It really does. He's gone up 4 pace points. He has gone up 2 shooting. He has gone up 3 passing. He has gone up 5 defending. 5 dribbling, should I say. He's gone up 3 physical. He has gone down 1 defending. But all in all, I think this is an amazing card. I genuinely do. And I think he, for the first time in some years, he might be usable before Team of the Year. So that's pretty awesome. So there you go with Marcelo, guys, coming in at number 28. Number 27 is Mohamed Salah. So 4-star skill moves and now a 3-star weak foot. So he has gone up from a 2-star to a 3-star, and of course he's gone up from an 85 or an 83 last year up to an 85 in the ratings refresh, and now up to an 88. The Egyptian winger had a sensational record-breaking debut season with the Merseyside club, and it's a safe bet that he'll continue to impress in year 2. As the song his fans sing for him goes, Salah is often seen as running down the wing with his 92 pace and 89 dribbling ratings, leaving a trail of disappointed defenders along the way. He plays well with teammates, but Salah's goal tally last season is proof that he is just dangerous when going for goal, utilising his 84 shooting rating. So, Salah, quite like Mbappe, had an absolute plethora of special cards last year, looking at 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 special cards for Salah last year. That's insane. He has, again, another one with a pace downgrade. He has gone down 1 pace. However, he has gone up 7 shooting points, which is incredible. He's gone up 3 passing, and he's gone up 2 dribbling. So his card is actually really good now. Other than the 3-star weak foot, you know, one of the same problems with Gareth Bale is that 3-star weak foot. It'll be interesting to see if he's used and utilised. I think early game he'll definitely be a functional player because he's got that really high pace and dribbling and really good shooting with well-rounded defending and physical. And that's coupled with his 72 physical last year, coming in with 84 stamina, which is obviously very good. The 4-star skill moves is very good. Even though he's got a 3-star weak foot, the fact that cutting inside onto the strong foot should potentially be overpowered for shooting across goal. But it'd be interesting to see how long Salah lasts as a usable player in this game due to the lack of a 4-star or 5-star weak foot. They're very quickly in FIFA, as we know how exponentially the players grow in this game with special cards and SBCs. I feel like very quickly a card like this will be eclipsed by, like if we look at like a first informed Lozano or something like that from last year, probably, in fact, let me look at first informed Lozano last year and maybe that Alessandrini card. So first informed Lozano last year got to 94 pace, which is higher than Salah. He got to 83 shooting, which is only 1 lower. He got to 80 passing, which is higher. 68 physical, which is a little lower, and 85 dribbling, which is a little lower. So when you look at what Lozano offers with the 4-star, the blistering pace, the good dribbling, the good shooting, and again being well-rounded, I feel like a card like Salah is going to very quickly become obsolete. Next up, guys, we've got a huge upgrade for Isco, especially over the last few years. He has gone from an 86 to an 89. 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, a breakout star for Real Madrid. In recent seasons, the Spanish playmaker is able to move around the midfield, but his comfort level rises when given the opportunity to use his 92 dribbling ability. Isco reads and anticipates opponents well from his position and is always looking for creative ways to get the ball to teammates with his 85 passing. So all in all, this actually, as much as I don't like cards like this, I just generally feel like they lack a little something. And for Isco, he has been upgraded in some regards. He's gained 1 pace point, he's gained 3 dribbling, he's gained 7 defending. His physical remains, he's gained 3 passing, and he's lost 2 shooting. What I actually like about this card is that it's actually quite a nicely well-rounded card. He has low stamina from last year though, only 71. But he's got really good passing, really good shooting, really good dribbling. Like shooting for a cam is good as well, because it's especially his long shots that are very nice. His finishing is very nice, so he's just a well-rounded finisher. But his pace isn't so slow, especially based on the other midfielders that we've got. His pace isn't so slow that he's going to be unusable, you know. So I actually think, again, early game, until you get those midfielders in the La Liga with good pace, and then like a more well-balanced card, perhaps like a Luka Modric or a Rakitic, Isco could actually be quite usable. That being said though, 89 rated for these stats isn't amazing. So he's either going to be a super cheap 89 rated card like David Silva was, or he's going to be a guy that is just too expensive for his stats and never gets used. Who knows? Next up, guys, we've got Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen has had a very, very nice upgrade to his card on first glance. Germany's shot stopper Ter Stegen is a very complete goalkeeper who excels in nearly every required trait. He uses his height to his advantage, where his 87 diving rating comes in handy, and his 90 reflexes let him cover dangerous point-blank chances. Ter Stegen stands out amongst his peers, however, thanks to his distribution. An 88 kicking rating makes his goal kicks powerful and accurate, while 85 handling keeps him composed when initiating counterattacks after a save. So he's got a 4-star weak foot, which is obviously very nice. He is not the tallest at 6'2". A lot of the OP goalkeepers from last year were 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". What Ter Stegen does have based on last year, though, is the saves with feet trait, which is obviously very nice. Now, he's gone up from an 87 to an 89, but he's had a general upgrade all around, gaining 1 diving, 1 handling, 1 kicking, 1 positioning, and 1 reflexes. However, he has lost 5 speed. So this does look like a great goalkeeper. It really does. Next up, guys, we've got David Silva. Speaking of the devil, so David Silva had a great year last year for what it's worth. I also think, I've seen David Silva run, and he bursts into little pockets of space in the box and around the box and stuff. And I honestly think 66 pace is an absolute disgrace for David Silva. Another midfield virtuoso, Silva's career is decorated and impressive, and he's not done yet. Often moved around in midfield to get the best out of his myriad of talents, the Spaniard is a pure playmaker no matter where he ends up on the pitch. He pulls the strings and marshals his troops with intelligent, technical 91 dribbling abilities and pinpoint 87 passing that opponents are rarely able to contain. And now, contrary to Isco, this is a card that will never get used because it's only got good dribbling and passing. Isco's got a lot better shooting, a lot better pace, and a lot better defending, and a lot better physical, making him just a considerably more well-rounded card. David Silva with his 2-star weak foot, with his low pace, his low defending, his low physical, this will be an SBC filler. I don't think we're going to see this used, and it's a shame because it doesn't represent what David Silva is and how he plays the game. He's been dropped by 2 pace points. He's gone up 2 dribbling points. He's gone up 11 defending points. He's actually dropped 1 passing stat and 2 physical stats, and hand remains with shooting. So there you have David Silva, guys. Doesn't look like a card that I think we'll see all that much. Next up, guys, we've got Mats Hummels. Mats Hummels coming in with a nice 89 rated card. The strong, tall German centre-back is another world-class example of the ideal modern defender, technical and composed on the ball. He doesn't sacrifice even a slither of his defensive responsibilities. Hummels has a 90 defending rating, which reflects his powerful tackling, aerial dominance, and ability to read the game from the back. If necessary, he can play the ball out of the back and start attacks using 76 passing and 73 dribbling abilities. High marks among even the cream of the centre-back crop. So, Mats Hummels remains an 89. He keeps the same pace, which is interesting for EA this time around. He keeps the same shooting. He keeps the same passing. He keeps the same dribbling. He keeps the same defending. And he has been downgraded by 77 to 76 physical. However, he has been upgraded via 1 skill move slot. He's gone from 2-star to 3-star. And we've got to be honest, once again, this is going to be a centre-back that I don't think we're going to see used all that much. Next up, Edinson Cavani. One of my favourite players last year throughout periods of the game. His 92, or rather his 91 upgraded to 92 League SBC was one of my favourite cards. He was an 87 upgraded to an 88 and now up to an 89. One of the things that I hated about Cavani's card last year was that his finishing was quite low at 85 for somebody who scores so many goals. And a lot of people debated my opinion on that, saying, you know, he misses a lot of chances. He only scores so many because he plays for PSG in the French league, where they're just a dominant force. There's a lot of like bad teams that they come up against, and players like Di Maria and Neymar and at the time Zlatan Ibrahimovic create so much for Cavani. But I still think that's really harsh on him. You know, 85 finishing for a guy who just bangs goals year in, year out is a little bit low. The formidable Uruguayan forward is among the finest on his own, but he has formed powerful partnerships for both club and country that make him even better. Cavani's 80 dribbling lets him get into dangerous positions and shake defending, while his 87 shooting shows how brilliant he is when presented with an opportunity to score, because he rarely misses those chances. So EA agree with me about rarely missing. And they have upgraded his shooting. They've upgraded it from 85 to 87, and I hope that sees a big finishing increase, personally. His passing has gone down 1, his physical up 1, his defending up 10, his dribbling and pace both down 1. He remains a 3-star. He has apparently gained an inch of height, going from 6 foot to 6'1", and he still has high work rates. Generally speaking, not usable early game. You know, just too slow, a bit too clunky on the physicals. He's got really good reactions, which I personally rate highly as for players, but he's got really low balance. So he's not going to be your pace abuse striker, even with a good chem style, even with a couple of upgrades. You're going to need those dribbling increases. But Cavani is always the sort of card where after a second or a third upgrade, he is more than usable. So I'm looking forward to him a month or two down the line after he's hopefully got a few informs. And then our 21st player is Dibala. Dibala looks like the new Marco Reus with just insane stats every year. Absolutely exploding last season for Juventus, Dibala played his way into being a household name in world football. In fact, the Argentine is so well-rounded that it's hard to pin him down in a single role. His 85 pace is suited for running onto a teammate's through ball, and his 85 shooting ability is good enough that he's occasionally deployed as a forward. Regardless of position, Dibala is a superlative playmaker, able to create incredible chances and goals from nothing using 91 dribbling and 84 passing ratings. So, with Dibala, still 4-star, 3-star, still high medium, still 5'10", which is something that we do have to discuss. He remains as an 89 rated cam. He has been downgraded 1 pace, 1 shooting, and 1 physical. His passing remains the same, his dribbling remains the same, he's been upgraded via 3 defending. This is a good card. His physical, for me, isn't one of the issues. I typically don't like players that have low physicals, because it generally means that they'll get bullied by the big Vieiras or Petits or Ruud Hullits, or just, you know, anyone that you're going to have that's going to be like an enforcer, like a powerhouse. But with Dibala and where you can use him and how you can use him, he's actually got really good stamina with that low physical. He's got 83 stamina, and it's his aggression that is the biggest problem, which I don't know how impactful that is as a stat in terms of FIFA, but his strength isn't the worst at 65, and there are a few chem styles that would boost that up to 75. I don't think there's a chem style that would boost that up to as high as 80. I think 75 is probably the highest would be able to get that. If there were, oh no, there is. So Architect does boost him up to 80 strength. So Architect might be a good chem style for him. If there's another one, yeah. So you've got Sentinel as well that boosts him up by 15. So there's a couple of chem styles out there that can boost him up to 80 strength if you wanted it. But obviously that's only if you wanted it. So there you go, guys. For me, I'm excited. I'm actually excited to see Dibala in the game and how he feels. He's always been an overpowered player in previous years. I don't know why he doesn't get a lot of attention in terms of the pro scene. We never saw his team of the season card used a lot last year. We never saw his just informs and stuff used all that much. Yet he's got a really well-rounded card, so that's quite interesting for me. I'm excited to see how he plays. For the other cards here, I'm genuinely excited to see how Marcelo plays. I think his card is absolutely ridiculous. And then for my top 3, it would be between Coutinho and Isco to have a good go with and just see how they feel. I'd actually be super excited to play with Isco and see how that kind of card feels this year. although with the 3-star weak foot, a little bit of an interesting one. Let me know in the comment section, guys, below who your favourite 3 are out of this batch of 10. This is going to be the end of the video for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to leave a like rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.